And it's live. Hey guys, Gogs are here, and welcome to basically season 2 of Pass the Mic. We're in this sort of pre-season time, but the first time ever on the channel, first time in our lifetimes, Jamie, we are in the sort of warm-up to a major tournament, and Scotland are involved. It's absolutely great to see. Of course, I've been joined by Jamie Ramage. How's it going, mate?
Not bad, mate. Yourself?
I'm happy that we are actually here discussing the potential whatever could happen for Scotland at the Euros, whereas in previous years we've just been like, yep, there's another tournament and we're not part of it.
Let's just laugh at England instead.
Exactly, which we hopefully will be doing as well along the way. We'll look at the comments quickly before we get into the whole game scenario. Hello, Luke, Joseph. The game's on Sky. Stuart. Hello, Josh. Anyone heading down? I'm not heading down to London for the game.
I am heading down to London. I'll be doing 3 nights down there. 2 weeks today I travel down, so really looking forward to it.
You are speaking as if the England game's the only game that matters. We've got to beat the Czech Republic first. Anyway, the Hog Buyer says, buzzing for tonight, lads. This is awesome. Friendly or not, beers out. Completely agree. I've got my vodka blackcurrant lemonade in hand, ready for tonight's action. Hopefully Scotland can pull off a wee shock. There's Luke Shanley down by the touchline in the Algarve. Matt White HD says hello. And Johnny M says, all right, lads, hope you're enjoying the lovely weather we are having. Yes, it's...
Oh, yes, indeed, yeah.
But because I'm basically nearly ginger, I'm almost burnt. It's taps off weather. Not for me, Johnny. Not for me. Save that for the bedroom, son. Wagwan, J Maxi Cheese, how's it going? So anyway, without any further ado, let's get into the starting 11s for tonight's game. For Scotland, the starting 11 is quite an unorthodox one, probably because of the amount of players that have had to stay back in Spain for in case of any COVID. Craig Gordon in goals. We've got a back four according to flash scores of Tierney, Hendry, Cooper and Robertson, with a midfield three of Armstrong, McGregor and Turnbull, and a front three of Forrest, Dykes and Christie. Now, this is going to be a very strange game because I think, well, it's just come up here saying that it's a 3-5-2 with Robertson left wing. So, I mean, it's going to be a mixed bag tonight, I think. Christie having a poor season for his club. James Forrest hardly kicking a ball. But I'm really excited to see David Turnbull take to the field for the first time.
Yeah, just looking at the... Sorry, I'm interrupting, but just looking at the formation, it just looks like Scotland are kind of parking the bus in midfield a wee bit. Whether that keeps the Dutch quiet will be interesting to see. But
indeed. The thumbnail has the best midfielder in the Premier. Of course. Done away to St Mirren. Guy, I mean, he's a great guy to have in the squad, in the club, but Charles Dunn didn't play a game for 15 months or so. Something like that. But yeah, I would say it's a strong team. I'm looking forward to seeing David Turnbull turn up. But they're actually showing some of his best moments.
That goal against United was quite good.
Aye, but they won't be showing anything from Motherwell, will they?
Nah. There was another one he did for Celtic against Hamilton, which was quite good as well. I think that was on Boxing Day. So
yeah. Buzzing for the Celtic game tonight. All right, no bother, Emily. Goodness. Anyway, let's talk about the Dutch starting 11 because they are as important as we are for tonight's game. If not, well, they are the favourites to win this game. But The Dutch are starting off with Tim Krul in goal. What seems to be a back five of Dumfries, Timber, De Vries, De Ligt, Wijndal, and then a midfield three of Wijnaldum, De Roon, De Jong, and a front two of Weghorst and Memphis Depay. What are you thinking ahead of tonight's game, Jamie?
I don't know. It's I don't know. I've not watched the Dutch for like ages, so I don't really know what to expect. Like back in say 2014, for example, when they had players like Robin and all that, they were good to watch. But since they've not really been at recent World Cups or recent Euros, I don't know too much about them. But
they sort of had a dip, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. But they've qualified for this tournament. But you know, I can't really comment on them, to be honest. But Scotland, I hope we do rise up to the task, because I think if we even draw or win this game, you know, it's a massive confidence booster. So we can't just sit back and let them attack us. We really need to go for it. And then obviously we play Luxembourg as well, so in a few days' time. So I think these friendlies are going to be quite important in our, you know, to get the morale up before the Euros. So I think definitely we need to go for it.
Of course. Matt White says Forrest versus Dumfries for pace will be a good battle. Well, I'm hoping that it's going to be a case of Scotland having the 12th man tonight, because Dumfries is obviously a location in Scotland. But I'm kidding on. Dylan Griffith says, gutted that Virgil is not making the Euros. I don't care that Virgil's not making the Euros. I think it's actually a good thing for Scotland, because what if we came up against the Dutch in a later stage?
Tell you one thing that is quite good at the Euros is the Czech Republic and Croatia, they're not training in the UK. So, like, whether they're going to be affected by travel before the games we play against them, I wonder if that can be a kind of advantage to us a little bit.
I think it is. It is. Because, of course, the amount of travelling they have to do is probably tenfold of what Scotland are going to have to do, especially when we're based in Middlesbrough, and I mean, that's just so we're in between Hampden and Wembley, really. The Hulk Banger says, I think it's a strong team considering I was at dinner with today's team news, but I still think we will be competitive. Oh, thank you. Are you having one?
No, I've got mine downstairs.
Right, perfect. Right, to your health trips. Anyway, is that the replica? Yeah, it is the replica Scotland shirt in GD. I got it for £35.
What year was that one?
I think this was 94.
All right.
I think it was 94. The Hulk Banger. I mean, I don't want to just say, oh, because Croatia drew with Armenia, we've got a better chance now of beating them. The thing is, Croatia are notorious for turning up in the big games, and then when they play this so-called smaller nations, that's when
any one of these smaller nations, Armenia, Macedonia, the Faroe Islands, you know, they've given us trouble over the years. So, like, it's not really it's not uncommon to see a shock result. It does happen.
We could even beat Israel. So I don't know where we can stand with that comment. Hello, Edward. How's it going? I'm on the Scotland. Even though half my team are playing for Scotland, we are Irish. Yes. Get that. And so far in the bin.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
We're not having any political comments on here, even if I am drinking a green liquid. But that's the teams coming out.
It's the referee just now.
Jamie Watson, third place. It's the best 4 third place finishes will be going through to the next round. So even if we finish third, there is no guarantee we're going to go through unless someone gets beat about 4-0. But yeah, that's the teams coming out. Oh, we're wearing our away kit tonight.
Yes, chose my top right.
I tried to be different, so went retro. Evening Gogs and the damage, says the monk.
Evening.
Mm-hmm. Jamie Galloway says religion and politics should be ripped out of football, nothing to do with each other. I completely agree. The preparation for the Euros starts now. Even if we lose, still class preparation. Yeah, this game is to prepare us for England. I think everyone's saying that, and I think that's the right attitude to sort of take. I'm just hoping that we don't get absolutely shafted tonight. That's the main thing. If we can give ourselves a good account tonight and look forward to Sunday's game against Luxembourg, that'd be great. What's your prediction tonight, Ramage?
Yeah, I'm saying 1-1 as well. I don't want to predict a defeat, so but yeah, I'll take a 1-0 draw actually. I just want us to kind of stand up to them. I don't want them to just attack us every time. You know, I just think the more we go for it, it would just boost the morale and get the confidence up because we're going to need it. But even then, if you think about the group stage in the Euros, it's not impossible. We could do well in that group if we put our minds to it.
Yeah. And I think we'll get beat 2-1 tonight, but just to be on the same sort of positivity, I think there are goals in this game, so I'm going to say 1 each as well. And of course, we've got a comment from Billy Mehmet. I need bother Billy. 4-0.
Well, 3-1 to Scotland. Archie Gemmell to score.
Edward McLean says, "Well, those 6 players missed the last friendly in 4 days' time, isn't it? I think they might have to self-isolate until next week. I don't know. I'm not the right person to be asking." Unfortunately.
Do you think Turnbull, Patterson, and Gilmore will get the game time in the year? I think Patterson and I think Turnbull and Patterson will, but Gilmore, I'm not too sure. I think he might be a bench warmer. Maybe against the Czech Republic, we'll see Billy Gilmore, but I wouldn't bank on
it. Thing is, these are all questions you have to be asking Steve Clark. Turnbull to score for Scotland tonight. Frankie de Jong, Patterson is away. Patterson's in Spain still because of COVID. Because we've got Kieran Tierney starting at right back, I think. Or no, we've got back 3 tonight, so we're not playing any fullbacks as such. We're playing more wingers. Hold on a second. Vito Ferreira is the referee. I suppose that makes sense because it's in Portugal anyway. I'm just quickly put my coupon together.
Oh shit! I've not got one on tonight. Oh well. Didn't even cross my mind to put a bet on.
It's just for a wee bit of it added interest. There we go. I've got over 2.5 goals of Netherlands versus Scotland because I think there's actually going to be more goals in it than I suggested. Germany, Denmark over 2.5, England v Austria over 2.5, and a goal in each half for France v Wales. What's my thoughts on Lingard starting for England tonight, but he's not in the squad for the Euros? I mean, going by Lingard's form for West Ham, he should be in the England squad. But I mean, what's the point of him being there if he's not going to be in the actual team for the tournament?
And they're off.
And we've lost 100% possession. So what second are you in, mate?
I'm on 13.
I'm on 19 seconds, so
you're ahead of me.
Yeah. Aaron Elliott says Mon Scotland. Yeah, Jamie, that's a thing. Because there was about 6 players that had to stay back due to COVID.
That was a good interception.
Lingard and Greenwood only dropped from the England team because they take 4 right backs. Who cares about this? That's just because they're trying to combat with us playing 11 left backs. Anyway.
Bit of a good start from us, but applying a bit of early pressure.
Yeah, we're doing all right. I mean, in my opinion, this Netherlands side is nowhere near as good as you would suggest maybe about 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, even the one at the 2014 World Cup. Like, remember when Van Persie absolutely destroyed Spain in the 5-1 game?
That was my favourite World Cup.
Oh, definitely.
Hopefully the next World Cup Scotland will be there. Even if it is in Qatar and it's a tenner for a pint. Hello, Don. How's it going, mate? Tonight, because we've only got 2 on the panel, feel free to leave a comment and we'll all answer whatever question you've got. Oh,
come on, that's a foul. Yeah, we got the free kick for it.
Aye. Playing some decent football at the moment.
Yeah, good early pressure. You just totally had that.
I forgot 6 seconds ahead. But you know, if we could give the Netherlands a wee scare, that'd be decent. Edward McLean, it said pre-match that it was a 3-5-2 that Scotland were playing. Oh, that was far too easy on Memphis Depay there. See, he literally just turned away from him and he was beat. He was the wrong side. Christie was the wrong side of Depay.
I think Scotland's just like going to be. I think our game plan would just be to really go for it, give a good count of ourselves. But I think the Dutch they're just going to be happy just to knock it around, like just what they're doing now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm expecting more of this tonight than say Sunday. Sorry, because I think Sunday we'll have the ball a lot more.
But see, I even see the Luxembourg game as quite important as well, because if we get that good result, like I think we should be aiming not just to win by 1 goal, but maybe 3 goals. I just think that would really be the perfect.
Thing is, we played Luxembourg in a friendly before, and we beat them 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
And we were 1-0 down at one point, I think. Or did we score? Jordan Rhodes scored twice, I think. But the thing is, Luxembourg are a lot better than previous.
They drew 0-0 with France just after the 2018 World Cup, I think, at the Parc des Princes.
And they've also just drawn with Norway, so they're no mugs. So we have to be on our best game to beat them. But see, Italy got it right in my opinion, because they got a friendly with San Marino. Like, we are a team that's notorious for not scoring enough goals. I'd rather see us arrange maybe an extra friendly. Maybe it's a team such as like the lower ranked seeds, such as
kind of like Andorra type.
Andorra or Estonia. But I mean, it's all going down to who's available and whatnot due to COVID at the moment. And what's green listed? Well, it doesn't matter about green listed or anything, because fans won't be allowed in. Joseph says, I'm getting to the gym to get in shape for the Euros. Mate, you're not even called up to the squad. Going out to the pubs, etc. will be a blast. Hope you enjoy yourself, mate. What gym do you use? There's a new JD one away open as the Milton. Lee Barrett says, hello, good evening. And only a week on Friday and the tournament kicks off in Rome. I know. When in Rome?
Oh, what? Oh, yeah. Bit poor defensively there.
I could hardly see that there.
I couldn't see the boy who's on the ball just now, but I thought, was that Depay who shot? No,
that was Dumfries.
Dumfries. Oh God, that would be ironic if he scored. Yeah, I thought he stumbled a wee bit and was going to go down for a penalty or at least play for it, but he stayed on his feet, so that's quite good.
Yeah. And of course, I do believe the last time Scotland played in this stadium, we scored 6 goals against Gibraltar. The awards video will be up tomorrow or Friday, Michael.
Oh God.
Right.
Wijnaldum just had him in knots there.
Oh, decent play by him.
Good interception.
Oh, thank you very much. Oh, yes. I've got barbecue food for my dinner. I'm loving life.
Oh, come on. That's too easy.
Get in shape for the Euros. There's a week to go. Very true.
Oh yeah, he was ready to. Depay was ready to shoot that.
Mm-hmm. I just got a wave of vodka right to my brain. What happened to your head, Cogs? Don't know what you're talking about, Johnny. I had a haircut about 2 or 3
rubber.
weeks ago. Oh!
Oh yeah, what a shot! Not a bad effort.
Nearly. Very close there.
Kieran Tierney.
Decent play. And Tierney with a shot. Let's fly. See if that had gone in. This food would have been out that window. I swear. Go on. It's a goal! Scotland have scored!
Yes.
It's 1-0!
Come on!
Scotland are beating Holland!
Yes!
Oh my days!
That was a brilliant goal as well. It's
Jack Hendry, of all people, has scored for Scotland.
he doesn't look happy. The Dutch manager. Look at that though. It's good
That's
pressure.
awful play by the Dutch.
Look at that. He can't control it. Who's that?
That's Jack
Is that-
Hendry, mate.
Yeah, I know Hendry scores, but there was 2 Scotland players going in for that ball. Was it Armstrong? He does well to kind of win it. It kind of sets Hendry up for the finish, but it was a really good goal.
A
Edge of the box.
fantastic finish from Hendry. Brilliant. And Scotland have an unexpected lead in the
Will be
Algarve.
coming, will be coming.
Well, we're coming down the road. Come on.
It was funny you say that because Kieran Tierney had a shot, and you said if that went in, I would have just absolutely lost it. And then Hendry does that, like just another shot outside the box, and it goes in.
Oh, there's a cheeky 1-2 Forrest, and
Oh.
Dykes is away. Lyndon
Come
Dykes.
on!
Oh, what a save!
Oh,
Oh,
come on! Second bite, come on!
oh, Tim Krul.
Good. I mean, this is what I was saying at the start. It's like, we're just totally going for them, just applying that pressure is just what we need to do. And
We
I
just
think
need
that
to
early
keep this
goal,
up. Keep this momentum.
exactly. Ah, of course. Matt Whitehead, yes, sir. I can boogie.
I can't believe this. Scotland are beat. This is the first time I've ever known Scotland to take the lead against the Netherlands. I know of the playoff, but I wasn't a football fan back then, so. Welcome, Franz.
Sam,
Have you just seen what happened, mate?
we're winning the Euros, boys. We're winning the Euros. That's it.
The Euros.
Confirmation.
Ah, I mean, I thought the goal was a bit dubious. There might have been a foul in the build-up, but I'm not complaining at all.
Definitely not. I'll take any type of goal when it comes to Scotland. Like,
Absolutely beautiful.
how are we doing, chat? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, Johnny boy. Oh, Joseph. Ask Ixla. Oh, Edwards. I'm not getting too confident, but brilliant start. I mean, it's the thing, we've got to get used to these warm climates if we want to progress in that.
Definitely. I just couldn't believe that hit the back of the net, mate.
We'll take it.
We'll take it.
What kind of team have they got out?
I'll run it along the bottom of the screen. They've got Krul and Gold and Fries, Timber, De Vries, De Ligt, Wijndal, Wijnaldum, De Roon, De Jong, Weghorst, and Depay. So pretty much a full strength team, mate. I'd imagine.
I mean, they'll be like wanting to get prepared as much as possible as well. Of course, they've been away for the big stage for a while. Missing a couple of Euros they've missed.
2016 and the World Cup 2018.
That's the ones. So I think they're in a bit of a rebuild stage. Try to get back to the
of course,
the main stage.
Because they did have a dip. And it started, I think it was in the Euro 2012 when they finished bottom of their group.
But bearing in mind that they beat Spain. They beat quite convincingly that game actually, 5-1.
Yeah.
And I thought that might have been them turning a corner, but they've had to properly get rid of all the players that you remember and associate with them.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a transaction period when, I think at the 2014 World Cup they still had Van Persie and Robin, all their players. But then, they've not really done anything since they've retired. But it seems to be they're on they're rebuilding again, as you say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, David Young's the last time Scotland scored first in a game against Holland. We got beat 6-0 in the second leg.
That's probably the only bonus of this. It doesn't go to a second leg. But I do remember that one with fond memories beating them at Hampden. Not so much fond memories in the away leg.
Ah, fuck! It's what.
Oh.
Memphis Depay.
To be honest, that was a nice finish. Actually, it was good composure.
It was a nice wee left foot volley, but we need to be picking up our men.
I mean, I'm a wee bit behind, but you see, Jack Hendry's, he's pushing himself that far forward, and
I know it was that far forward. He scored a goal.
That's like with Scotland. We can't get too carried away.
Yeah.
But Frank de Boer, there, man.
Mm.
I'm very well, the monk. How are you doing, mate? Long time no see. It's a good header down, right into his feet. Keeper's got no chance. See when your head balls down to a player's feet.
Aye.
Absolute no chance.
I was enjoying that until now. Well,
it's fun while it lasted.
Oh my god, he's just absolutely waltzed through the Scotland team. But the referee's giving it. Oh, someone's boot's falling off.
Jack Hendry, man, he's getting. Jack Hendry's wearing number 24.
Yeah.
He's getting far too far forward. You just know that they're probably going to turn on the pace.
Lost his shoe.
Yes, sir. I boogied for 6 minutes. The monk. I believe the kit we're wearing is the kit we are going to be wearing for the Euros.
Well, this will be the away kit. We've been playing in the home kit for the best part of 18 months.
Aye.
Do not endorse anybody paying 75 quid for a football shirt with sleeve patches. That's just ridiculous.
No. No, those are the people that need the hard drive checked.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, London Dix is just taking a boy out.
Beautiful.
That's a yellow card.
He's just let off with a warning now.
Why does this feel like their home game with all the branding that they've got?
It does, doesn't it? Even though we're training in Spain, game should be a neutral venue.
God knows. God knows. I just seen that Kung Fu S kick.
Andrew Beattie, I'm dismayed that you'd think such a thing. I'm eating barbecued food, mate, because we had a family barbecue tonight.
As well has been good to us, like.
Aye. I've got a vodka blackcurrant lemonade.
Oofed.
Enjoying life. There are no supporters in the stadium tonight, Johnny.
It's the fact you're drinking it from a wine glass, though. It's quite questionable behaviour.
Actually, mate, it's a Pilsner glass, which is even worse, probably.
Yeah, I don't really drink spirits out of any glass that's not a spirit glass.
I'm just saying someone else who poured it, so.
I'll get them to help. Get them to help.
Yeah, I've got vitamin K for the secondary drink. Scotland will turn defence mode on soon to try and stay in the game. Hope not, but just seems that way. Well, we failed in parking the bus after scoring.
I mean, I really don't hope we don't.
Oh my god. Oh dearie, that was awful. Why can England fans never teach? That's because you can never reason with an Englishman. I'm southwest of London. It's been scorching down here this week. You can very much imagine it was pretty warm down in London when I was there last week.
Did you enjoy your time in London, by the way?
Oh, good. I played some football with some big YouTubers.
All right.
Yeah. It was a strange moment, and but it was good. I enjoyed it. I went there with CJ Novo 992, and he had a video shoot. I had to wait outside for like 4 hours, but okay. Due to COVID, I was told I was going to get on set, but unfortunately, due to COVID, they had too many staff there, so they had to tell like 2 or 3 people to basically leave and come back in about 4 hours or so. So I was alone in London for like 4 hours. I had the chance to go elsewhere and do stuff, but I just couldn't be asked. Like, I'm not, I don't want to be a tourist, especially in London. Probably get stabbed.
Cheers, Sean Batty.
Some decent players and the Dutch have, but haven't been a top side for a few years now. That's because they're ranked 16th. You think it's just a transitional period for that? Yeah. As we mentioned earlier, I think very much is.
They'll be back at a top 10 side in probably the next few years.
Mm-hmm. because their golden age was when the likes of Edgar Davids, Iron Robin.
I'd even say, well, that we've seen probably, but I mean, they'd probably say their golden age is like the 70s.
Yeah, when they had the Boer. Wait, that wasn't 70, was it?
No, it was like Johan Cruyff and co.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of all the legends that were on FIFA.
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Well, he wasn't the 70s either.
No, he was early. Was he early 2000s or 90s or something?
Mm-hmm.
Don't know, I can't remember.
Exactly, orchard produce, not unless we overtake them.
I'd love to see us overtake them.
We'd probably, like, we'd end up winning the Euros, and we'd probably only go up like 2 ranking spaces.
Aye, because everyone else above us will have done all right, so they wouldn't have completely plummeted in the rankings.
I find it quite bizarre that like Belgium's like the number 1 team in the world, but like they're not considered one of the favourites. Like not everybody's talking about them for the Euros. It's quite.
That's because the rankings are really bizarre. Belgium usually have 100% record in qualifying. And that's probably why they have number 1 in the world.
I don't know, like this year, because Scotland have qualified, like nobody's really talking about like other teams saying, "Oh, I think so and so is going to win the Euros." Like it's been pretty quiet on that front, but you can understand why. But yeah, that's an interesting point about Belgium. Like I even don't know who's going to be the favourites for the Euros. I don't know what you think.
Felt too many names getting fluttered about, really.
For me, France have gone too long without winning anything, so I think it could be them this year.
France won the last Euros. They won they were the runner-up in the last Euros, but they won the last World Cup.
I keep forgetting that.
But I mean, France
they won the Euros, though. That's the question.
2000?
Is it?
Yeah. 2000. I believe they beat Italy in the final.
All right.
I think.
Come on.
Oh, that's a foul.
Oh, come on.
What?
To be honest, he could have just shot there.
Referee's in a mail.
Mm.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of this referee. Hello to Christopher Haugen. What did you think about the Norway performance earlier on this evening?
Oh, how did they get on?
Last time I checked, they were drawing 0-0 with Luxembourg.
That's not really a cheat. That's quite cool.
Haaland scored in the 92nd minute to win 1-0.
Bruh.
Bruh, indeed.
Oh, I just hope Luxembourg are weakened for us on Sunday.
I really think England will. Nah, I don't see England winning the tournament. I honestly don't.
That's the defence that lets them down, to be honest.
They literally picked four right backs.
And Gareth Southgate tried to justify it was they can all play in different positions, though. And I'm like, really?
Oh, he's.
So they've left out Mason Greenwood and taken, I'm assuming, Trent Alexander-Arnold.
I don't know. There's a lot of players there. I mean, Jesse Lingard for start. I mean, he's starting in their game against Austria. Yeah, he's not in the Euro squad. I hope he scores like a hat-trick or something.
Yeah, and he's played well for West Ham since signing as well. We were just on about that before you came on.
Oh, absolutely. I think he's only behind Harry Kane in the terms of amount of goals. And in that squad this season. So
I've not even seen England's squad.
It's quite predictable, to be fair to you. But a couple of not really surprises, but.
Cammy Mo 03 says England probably have the squad to win it, but Southgate's a clown and the expectations are so high they will crumble. That's the thing. They've got their most difficult game first in Croatia.
Yeah, they do. But it's like when they were at the World Cup in 2018, it was like a lot of teams that qualified for that. Teams like Panama, Tunisia, Morocco, it was all they kind of teams where there wasn't a huge advantage for them. And that's probably why they did all right. They were coming up against average teams until they played Croatia. I know they played Belgium in the group, but since then they kind of went on that, because at the World Cup there's two different paths to the final. Like England went down where they played Sweden, Colombia as well.
Yeah.
So, it was games they should win.
Not even that. I actually think Sweden are as good as England are. I just think the English side, like, if you look at the whole set, UEFA have basically done anything they could to give England as clear a path to qualify from their group. They've got 3 games in the group at Wembley. I mean, even playing against a fellow host nation at home. It's for me, it's bizarre. I think that game should have been at a neutral venue.
I mean, I do think
that should have been a penalty on Dykes.
Yeah, it should have. Totally wiped them out. No, I do think England will get a shot in the Euros this year. I don't think they will win it. If they come up against a good team, they will struggle. It's not going to be as straightforward at the World Cup because there is stronger teams at this tournament. So it's okay to say at the World Cup they got carried away. They were winning games. I thought they did okay. I'm not saying they overachieved. I'm not saying they underachieved. They did okay, and they did well enough to get to the semis. But yeah, it's just gonna, because they've still had that.
What's that, Fraz?
It's the media hype.
It's media hype, yeah.
It's the hype that always flummoxes England. I mean, the stage is set for them to crumble at home in their own back garden.
Like that World Cup there. I mean, England probably could have got to the final if the media hadn't hyped them up to be something that they weren't. The way that the media were portraying them was like that they were ranked number 1 in the world and they had beat everybody like comfortably, which they hadn't. And that's just been the problem for like years. That is, it's the media. See if the media just like mellowed. Like, I'm pretty sure England would probably be more successful. Because on paper they are like one of the stronger teams in the tournament. There's no denying that. But the media, like make them to be superstars, and then that's why the fall from grace is so large.
Thing is, I actually I had a discussion when I was down in London with someone that works for the FA of Wales, and we were discussing the sort of difference between like media attitudes behind the national team. I mean, in Scotland, the papers can be very toxic at times, whereas in Wales, the guy said that the press in Wales are always 110% behind the national team. They're always positive about it. Whereas in England, they just big themselves up for a fall. Every time.
I think that's just like, I mean, like, because we've not been at a tournament for X amount of years, you just don't know how the media are going to like portray the national team. That's the worrying thing, really. Because if we did win against the Czech Republic, what kind of momentum are the media going to take it? And I don't think we need that sort of added pressure from people that are at the end of the day, our fans. They're just in higher pillars because they can write about the national team.
Yeah, Christopher. Yeah, the second round will be England's big hurdle. That I think the case is if England win the group, then they'll be playing third place of the group. That will be either Germany, France, and Portugal.
So I mean, England can't really wriggle out this one. You might say that they do have an easier group, but they can't wriggle out of it. And the way that they did in the World Cup, you're like, oh, we'll just down tools against Belgium so we can get that easier route. I mean, there's no wriggle. There's no wriggle room.
No, there's not.
What's annoying us also is living in the other home nations, getting adverts for England's campaigns.
Yeah.
In our faces. What about our own
I
teams?
never understand that. I know the classic one is Mars. They always do sponsorships for England, and they sell that in Scotland. It's like, what? Why do you do that? That's the most common one. I can't think of any others, but I never understand it. It's poor marketing. It really is.
It's just one of the things that we really don't know.
Connor.
I actually got to the stage of the last World Cup where of course Mars bars had an England badge on the wrapper, and I just refused to consume a Mars bar. And it's one of my favourite chocolate bars, but I'm just like, nah, I'm not gonna concede to these bastards.
But the funny thing is, they used to sponsor all the home nations, didn't they, Mars?
But now they're just England central, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because they're the only home nation in the tournament, though. You're not going to put a Scotland, Welsh, or Northern Irish badge on a wrapper that it's like support your team at the World Cup when 3 of the 4 nations are not even there.
You're right.
I probably wouldn't. I mean, if the media didn't hype them up, I would probably admire what they do, and I'd admire their players that bit more. But the media make them, as I've said, world superstars, which they're not. So,
I mean, we can't deny the likes of Marcus Rashford having a great talent and the stuff that he's done off the field as well. But it's the fact that I don't think many of us hate many English players. It's just the fact that it's the media that's hyping England up.
That's probably right, to be fair. I mean, fantastic squad. Just
see, when you were on about that, you met a Welsh member of the FA. Remember Euro 16 when they got to the semi-final and they knocked out.
He told a great story about travelling over going on a mini coach and travelling across France. And they'd go into different service stations and they'd meet someone that's from Russia or Portugal going across, and they're stopping off at each different service station. And they were going to here and they were going there. It was just a fantastic tournament because just of the whole community of international football fans. And that's the sort of shit we've missed out on.
I mean, that's the thing as well, right? I mean, Wales had a very successful Euros last time, but I mean, you never really seen their media totally latch onto them, and say I mean, they got further than England, but the English media were kind of oh, Wales have got further than us. We can't support Wales.
No.
Like
Yeah,
we
you kind of
can't be
think that-
enthusiastic about another home nation.
You'd think that, you know, national TV or national newspapers, whatever, should be behind Wales. Like, I don't remember ever seeing that about them, but you do about England. It's just crazy.
It's even funnier because like England were so desperate for us to have just a complete union, like just wanting the United Kingdom to stay united, and you've got Wales who have a massive part of Wales wanting to leave the UK. You've got Scotland constantly wanting to leave the UK. Yeah, I'm bringing politics into it just for a second, but it's just for that, which is what I found quite funny actually.
I mean, I don't think politics is kind of like, well, it doesn't really reflect your behaviour. I mean, like, because of the way that the England are at major tournaments reflects how I am politically.
Mm-hmm. Same with STV showing England instead of Scotland. Embarrassing. They're trying to say Scotland ain't important. I'm sure we're all used to it. So when Scotland play England at the Euros this year, is Scotland v England going to be on the BBC, STV, and Sky Sports or what?
STV. STV. I think our opening game's on BBC.
Right.
But
we'll have a different commentary team though. We've got Rory Hamilton doing Scotland games on ITV, and they'll at least we don't have Clive Tilsday for the England game up here as well. That would just be, can't stand that boy.
Or on past the night, we've got Frasquandro, Roscoe, Stevie, and myself.
I do.
Hint, hint. K Rob 1989 says, fair enough, we've not been there for 20 odd years, but what about 2016 when Wales, Northern Ireland, and Republic of Ireland were at the finals? That don't recall many adverts for their campaigns.
No,
it's because like, you know, like the media. Well, it's just like they obviously don't want to like overhype it, which is fair enough. That's what I don't want our like people like everybody connected with like television and stuff to do with us, because we've not been there in a while. Who knows how long it's going to be before we get to another one.
Exactly.
I mean, remember this is marketing. I don't know why this was taken off like as an advert, but remember Paddy Power did that advert of the Scotland fans, and they said like Scotland won't be there and all this kind of stuff. Like that got stripped. Like, but half the people of Scotland found it funny, even though we didn't qualify. I don't know why that got taken off.
Ofcom.
Probably
Ofcom.
Ofcom getting all these complaints, probably.
Yep, that's pretty much the size of
it. Evening, Blair. How's it going, mate?
Good evening.
Joseph says he loved CJ Novo absolutely owning expressions using. I've heard quite a few stories about that, but does that mean they've actually uploaded it? I've not seen it anywhere. We get people who adopt England as we never qualify and they support Liverpool and Man United. They need their heads checked. I mean, I know you wouldn't probably support Sweden or anything like that, but anyone who's not English that supports England at a World Cup or a Euros deserves lynched. I'm just saying that now.
I mean, I can get people that do support, well, not support, but offer their backing to another nation, like go out their way to like offer their backing to another nation. But see, if you get people that go, I'm not going to support my national team, I'm going to support X. I mean, I get people that can change their teams, Joseph. But you simply can't change your country. You're born in that country, it's fair enough if you're like a dual nationality, if your mum's from X and your dad's from X and you go
why?
And you go different. But I can't understand people that go, Ken, what? Scotland's not qualified prior to this tournament. Scotland's not qualified for a tournament in X amount of years. Germany do it every year. I'm just gonna support Germany. Like, you just don't support another national team. It just doesn't make sense.
That's
like-
an interesting point, because like when the World Cups come along, when we don't qualify, I always try and back. Well, I don't try, but I always back Argentina to do well in the World Cups, because like, I always feel there's been a connection with, obviously, with Dundee and Claudio Caniggia and all their players in the past. So that's kind of why I like seeing them do quite well in the World Cups. But like, if Scotland qualified, say, it would definitely just be focused on Scotland.
Yeah, you mean you offer your backing too. You're not going out your way to go, get what? Nah. Gonna support Argentina forever now. You know.
I've always admired the way Brazil have played their football. So I always just wanted Brazil to do well at the big tournaments, because of course Scotland never qualified, and then they got pumped 7-1 by Germany. Which was my last dance as a Brazil supporter.
Or you can just cut it in the middle, boys, and just support anybody but England. You know.
You could.
That's given anyway, mate. I've never supported England in my life.
Definitely not. There you go. Christopher's wanting Finland to do well, of course. Yeah, Scandinavian neighbours.
I don't actually remember Finland ever qualifying for something in my lifetime, anyway.
I don't think they have, actually. Not in my lifetime, to be fair. Glenn Kamara's not actually in the Euro squad, surprisingly, Jamie. Nah. I was looking through the squads because I think it was the deadline yesterday, and he never got made into the final 26. But I tell you, speaking of Finland, you know who's gone to the Euros? Antti Niemi. Antti Niemi's gone to the Euros because he is
the management staff.
He's the Finnish goalkeeping coach.
How old is he?
God knows, 57 maybe.
And that's half time. Scotland won, the Netherlands won. A World Cup team. Last time, the team I followed was France, literally because they were my pick for a while and wanted to be right.
Fair enough.
But as the Hulk Banger says, apart from losing a goal, I think it's pretty fair to say we are holding our own here. Scotland are holding the Netherlands.
Wow.
I'm quite happy with this performance.
It's been quite a strong performance from Scotland, like right from the get-go. And obviously we had that really good goal by Jack Hendry. I still think they look dangerous going forward, though. Great goal by Memphis Depay. You can't take that away from him. But
no.
I think we're allowing them to attack us a bit more, which we could do better defensively. But, you know, they do look dangerous every time they go forward. And
the thing is, I actually don't feel too threatened by the Dutch team.
I do a wee bit. I
mean, of course, they have a wealth of talent in their squad, but
they do.
Going forward, I don't think they've been that as dangerous as what everyone probably expected.
Yeah, they've not been brilliant, but they still carry a threat. It's very balanced.
It doesn't look like they are desperate to go out and attack. It looks like they are just there for the game time and wanting to pass the ball about and just show face, really. Can't stand the people who are Scottish and support countries like England and Northern Ireland because of the teams they support.
That's pretty much aimed.
One of the Scots says Sweden and Scotland. Wow. Blair says, no, Glenn, I'm away to Finland to chin their manager.
He's probably like the player that's playing for the biggest club. I don't really know a lot of Finnish players now off the top of my head.
They've got
they've got Timo Pukki, yeah.
Yeah, and they've got Hideki, the Bayer Leverkusen goalkeeper as well. I think Hetemaj, who plays for Chievo Verona. But apart from that, I've not got many. I'm assuming they'll probably have taken a couple players from HJK Helsinki as well.
I'm not too sure about Timo Pukki though, because like when he played for Norwich in the Premier League, he was the worst striker I've probably ever seen.
Really?
I know he's been different in the Championship, but at Premier League level, he was.
I was surprised he never got a move away from Norwich when they got relegated.
Indeed. In the France versus Wales games tonight, Wales are down to 10 men, and during the last Euros I supported Northern Ireland, says Lee Barrett. Staunch. I didn't really watch Finland, but apparently Kamara is a regular for them.
So much so, he's not even in the Euros.
Pukki was worse at Celtic. I'd agree with that. I mean, but the thing is, Pukki was completely inept when he was at Celtic, but now he's properly bulked up. He's actually a talisman for Norwich's attack.
It's just the way that Daniel Farke plays him. He's
and he also scores regularly for the Finnish national team.
I just wanted to say that comment by Ewan Stars, going through a tough time, mate. Shut up, the Euros are coming, you know. We're all going to unite as a nation, get behind the national team.
Yeah.
We're 9 days away now.
Frightening. Absolutely frightening. Feels like
It's just flown in, hasn't it, mate?
Oh, flown in indeed. It feels only like yesterday that we played Celtic.
It feels only like yesterday we were planning the content that we are going to be making for the Euros.
Is Virgil van Dijk playing? Asmon the Scots _. Virgil van Dijk is not playing. He's actually, well, he was selected by Frank de Boer and actually removed himself from the national team because he wants to get fit for the new season. So, fair play. You know, it's you know that you would do that, but no, he's not playing.
Indeed. I'm getting on it every day next week, says Matt White.
Keep up.
If only I was in your shoes. Unfortunately, I'll be working. Holland have only had one attempt on target. Scotland have had two, despite the 66% possession for Holland.
I'd take games like this. See if we're getting like possession stats like that and we're like grinding games. I'd honestly take it.
Yeah, as long as we show up and we're actually competitive, that's my main worry. The fact that we set up like the way we have in this game and end up conceding an early goal against the Czech Republic, and it's just an uphill battle from there.
You know, I do think that because we played the Czech Republic first, I think that's. I'm not saying the games are easy because they're not. Let's be honest.
That's the biggest game of the group, mate.
Yeah, it is. I'd say that's the 6 pointer, and the fact we've got that early on is, I would say that's quite an advantage because if we get the right result, we did beat them 2-1 last September as well, didn't we? So, it's not impossible. We know we're capable.
We beat them both times we played them in the Nations League.
Yeah,
but the thing is, it's a major tournament, so it's going to be a different kettle of fish altogether.
See another thing as well. Like, it is a big game, and no easy games as you said there, Jamie. But this game will really define our tournament.
Yeah,
we really need to play. Like I've said to quite a few people, we really need to take advantage of having Scots people in the crowd. And there needs to be that collective effort between the fans and the players and the players and the fans.
The first time we hear Flair of Scotland before our first game at the Euros will be when the excitement kicks in.
Goosebumps and all that. Carry on.
Aye.
Where McKinnon says, can't wait for the Euros. They start right as my exams finished. Half our year had to isolate for 10 days, so our exams are really crammed. Nightmare. Sorry to hear that, mate.
Well, enjoy the exams, and then when they're finished, you can enjoy your summer and the Euros.
Such a punishment, mate.
I do not envy anybody that's going through any form of education, whether it's school, college, uni.
Especially
Whatever.
right now.
No, I mean, it's just absolute hell. Really.
No, I'm not going to. We're not going to the Czech Republic.
No.
It's in Glasgow, man.
Yeah, the game's in Hampden.
Glasgow.
I think he just meant Czech Republic game. Nah, I know some people are at the fan zone at Glasgow Green, but
I mean, you've got all these people that are constantly talking about the England game. You almost forget the fact that we're playing the Czech Republic and Croatia as well. When, in my opinion, the Czech Republic game is much bigger than any of
it is.
any of the two others. Sorry.
Absolutely. We do have a good record against Croatia. That's what I'm kind of. But I mean, Croatia are just very much they're always a consistent team at the majors. They always do very well. A team that I have admired for a while, purely because of Luka Modric.
Also, I think we're unbeaten in 4 against the Czechs.
We do have a good record. I mean, on my notes, I've got we've played them 9 since they became Czech Republic. We've played them 9 times, won 4, drew 1, and lost 4.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite even, but we're on a more promising
trajectory.
record. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So here's hoping we get that 5th win.
Yeah. The last 4 games, I'm pretty sure it was a 2-8 draw at Hampden, 1-0 win in Prague, and then it was the 2 games in the Nations League.
Yeah, 2-2 game was.
We got last defeat to the Czechs, 4-6-0
Yes,
formation. Yeah,
indeed it was.
We don't speak about that anymore.
No, we don't.
I just remember hearing the lineups. We're talking about it on Real Radio or something at the time, and then they're like, "Oh yes, Jamie Mackie and Stephen Naismith leading the line," because I think they were thinking it was a 4-4-2, and it turned out that Jamie Mackie and Stephen Naismith were on the wing. I was like, what? What?
The Hulk Banger says, "I'll be having a small garden party for the first game, seeing friends I haven't seen in over a year. Looking forward to it is an understatement."
Well, enjoy that, man. Enjoy.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I haven't actually met up with Fraz or Jamie since the last Saturday in June last year. I'm pretty sure.
Oh shit.
Oh damn.
I think that was the last time I saw you in person. So it will be great once we actually get to meet up and have a drink or whatever.
Sure, that probably baffles a lot of people. We've been doing this for nearly a year, and we haven't actually seen each other for a year.
That's mad.
That's mad.
It's absolutely mental. Patrick McCormiskey says Scott Tiffany is pish.
I saw that. He's at Partick Thistle, and now I'm also seeing that Kevin Holt's at Partick Thistle, Patrick. That you're saying. I mean, Kevin Holt at Dundee, very hit or miss. When you were slating him in the stand, he always turned up.
Mm.
For example, I was at do you remember the game in the split when we played Hamilton, Jamie? And we beat them 1-0 and he scored?
Yeah, I was there. Brilliant game.
I was at the game on my own, and my dad's he's texting me, he's like, oh, that's a good lineup, but Kevin Holt, what? Where is he thinking Kevin Holt?
Yeah.
And he scored, and then the next text, my dad says, Kevin Holt, I always liked that boy.
Yeah, he was very.
I thought it was a 1-8 draw because I'm pretty sure I went to a Dundee Hamilton game.
No, it wasn't at Dens. It was 17-18 season.
Because there was a game at Aki's I went to with.
No, he scored against that. I think.
Yeah,
that was the season before.
15-16. Because I met you in Hamilton that day. Because I went down with my dad as well. Met you and went to the game.
Motherwell were playing Celtic at 12:15 or 12:30. And then I just got the train across to Hamilton.
Yeah. And Kevin
came back
Holt
with you.
the deflected goal. It's funny that I've still got that recorded on my phone.
Oh, wow.
You always seem to get open play goals on your phone, and it's like you just have your camera there at the right time. I think the best one you've got is that Simon Murray one at Partick.
Yeah, that went viral. To be honest, I got Kerr Waddle's double, both goals against Hearts. I've still got them saved. The winner and the one in the first half. But yeah, Simon Murray's goal was just unbelievable.
The limbs in that main stand that day.
Went viral.
Kevin Holt, no, a wrestler now who played for Hibs. No, that's Grant Holt, J-Maxi Cheese. Oh, that's a good question, actually, leading on to that, Patrick. What's the thoughts on Peter Grant? You know, I've seen the photos. He thinks he should be a car salesman with that Dunfermline tie.
Peter Grant. I don't know. I don't think if Dunfermline have promotion hopes, I don't think that's the right appointment for them. You know, he might surprise you, but to be honest, playoffs at minimum. I think they could have done a whole lot better, but yeah.
Of course, Inverness have also employed their new manager, hoping they get relegated now.
Billy Dodds, yeah.
Oh, really?
Again, that's a strange one.
Yeah, but I do think having John Robertson there as a sporting director is quite a good move. But I thought they would have maybe went down the younger route, but
it's really weird in the Championship. To be honest, I'm actually thinking Partick Thistle might actually win the league next season in the Championship. I think it'll be between them, Kilmarnock and Raith Rovers, three-way race.
I don't really care, Jamie. We're not in the Championship, so that's not my priority.
Guys, maybe we should employ some more people that are actually going to be a Championship representative for next season, especially with all these Premier Sport Cup matches that we're going to be covering.
I think if I actually know any Championship fans, because I mean, obviously my Dundee got promoted, but my local team got relegated. So.
Also, we've got the likes of Adam and Aaron on the Pacific team that have just seen their team promoted as well. Exactly. No Billy Dodds in the video. Looking forward to that, says David Youngs.
Every cloud's got a silver lining and all that. He won't be on the BBC channel either. So
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Championship fun. Are we bringing us some substitutes?
I must say, I think David Turnbull's slotted quite well, seamlessly into the Scotland squad.
I mean, that's the thing. David Turnbull he's just a quality player. He could probably slot in anywhere. He could probably you could call him up and be like, David, you want to play for my Sunday League team? He'd be like, no, I haven't met the lads before it. But slots in perfectly.
Aye, absolutely. Whilst I'm here, I just want to say thanks to you guys for the coverage of Scottish football on YouTube this year. Has been brilliant, and you keep people like me saying always a laugh. Cheers, mate.
Really.
Thank you very much. Kind words. Of course, we couldn't do it without all of you watching.
Absolutely.
These are the true heroes.
Absolutely.
Potato Scone John WATP sent a bit of anti-Billy Dodds. No! What makes you say that?
Would you like to explain, Fraz or Jamie?
It was in the administration period. It was
Jamie, just call him a wanker and be done.
Yeah. It was him and Gordon Chisholm, so they're both wankers. I was going to give Gordon Chisholm a stick as well because he was involved.
Wankos.
Matt White says was hoping Jack Hendry called the Ligged a space cadet when he kicked him.
Brilliant video.
Oh yeah. Who's Motherwell's best player? Probably Davy Cooper.
Well, there was that event that we went to, it was the best players post-war. So Davy Cooper got that, and
James
no one-
McFadden was second.
yeah, he was currently on commentary with Ian Crocker.
Yeah.
Ian Crocker.
I'm sorry, but unfortunately for me, James McFadden speaks too many cliches to commentary.
See, that's just like, I mean, I don't think James McFadden's polished yet as somebody
No,
on the TV yet. Whereas, you know, like when you listen to Darren Fletcher, you know, Darren Fletcher's so well spoken, it's just, it rolls off his tongue like seamlessly.
I think because it's the fact that he pretty much spent his whole career at Man United,
Yeah,
apart from West Brom, for a season or two.
and
So
Stoke.
he's had that sort of media training because you get that at the bigger clubs.
Yeah.
Whereas Faddy, he was very unpolished until he went to Everton.
Just a wee riff-raff.
Aye. With a red stripe in his hair at times.
I do remember that. That was the Faddy that I first remember. That was the Faddy, the red streak Faddy that scored against the Netherlands, actually.
Yeah.
There we go. It's all linking, folks. It's all linking.
It's all coming together. He's a bit of a diva back then. Here, did you see Kelly Hart's signings? Yeah. Wouldn't surprise me if they went on to win the League Two this season.
Kevin Thompson, manager.
And Jordan Foster. A lot of people said about John Foster, but I think he'll stroll League Two.
You know, I don't even know if Jude Bellingham will get that much game time, Matt. I think Southgate will be happy to just play Premier League players.
Did Jude Bellingham play regularly for Dortmund?
I mean, he turned up against City. He scored. I think he scored against Manchester City.
Oh, he turned up. Okay.
I know he played against. I know he played against that. Who were Dortmund playing the night I was on here with the Champions League? Was it Lazio? Lazio, yeah. I know he started that game.
Cheers, John, mate. First time listener, lads. Thank you for covering the game. YouTube sent me to the cricket for some
reason. Welcome.
Oh, no,
first time listener. Yes. Drop us a wee subscribe, John Bauer.
Aye, that'd be great. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the Euros. If we could do that, that'd be superb. Yeah, I think Ryan Gold should have been called up ahead of the likes of John Fleck, who then got tested positive for COVID.
Fucking John Fleck. But I think the way that we're playing this midfield, you know how like usually we've got like, you know, if we're doing a 4-3-3, you know, we'd have the holding midfielder. We're kind of like playing with the attacking midfielder.
What a guy. He had subscribed.
Admire that. You know, no heroes wear capes.
Mm-hmm. Dylan Griffith says, I wonder how biased the BBC coverage of the Scotland-England game will be. Thing is, we're not actually going to be listening to it, will we, Fraz?
No.
We'll be sitting here covering it.
I won't be. I'll be in London.
Aye. Ramage is going to London. I'm not.
Get the drinks in.
Get the drinks in. Mm-hmm.
All right, Andrew Scott George.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm actually quite content with how Scotland are playing.
Yeah, it's been an alright start to the second half. We've held possession quite well. Oof, it's a good ball there.
Oh, that's a decent ball. You know what we need a bit of Ryan Fraser.
Ryan Fraser's just one of the players that, you know, I think every time that Ryan Fraser plays for the national team, he just gives it his all, 110%.
He does, but he's been absolutely terrible for Newcastle this season.
Yeah, he's been one of the Scotland shining lights. I mean,
Yeah,
in that
I
international break
understand
in
it.
March, he was probably our best player, in my opinion.
Like, initially at the time, I thought it was a good signing for Newcastle, but he's been very disappointing for us. But, like, in Scotland, like, when you see his name on the team sheet, it's like, oh, yeah, he's going to step up.
That's sort of James McFadden-esque, isn't it? Isn't it? Because, like, when he was at Everton, I mean, he was pretty injury prone, unfortunately. So, I mean, when he did turn up, like, you knew he was there, like, but that'd be maybe once every 10 games or so. But when he came into the Scottish national team, everyone was excited because he was that one player that everyone loved to see play for Scotland and put on the pitch.
Talisman.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, because maybe the setup at Newcastle, maybe he doesn't like it there because, the team is shambolic down there. There's no question about it. Well, I think it is anyway. But, whether he's very content playing for Scotland and, he doesn't step up to Newcastle because the management's very poor, most of the players are very poor. I think if he went to another club, he could possibly do all right. Because he did all right for Bournemouth as well, so...
Absolutely. Dundee are not going back down. I mean, just because you want us back in the Championship so you can get some points. No. I think we'll be in the top flight for a few years. Save the red squirrel. Endangered species and all
that. Looking at what's happening with Dundee United, will go down, says Christopher. Well, it'll be an interesting season next season.
It depends how United recruit.
Mm-hmm.
You need a manager first.
Yeah.
See that boy that we just signed from Ayr? I mean, obviously he chose us over United, but the fact that United don't have a manager, obviously, when a manager signs you, he's signing you because obviously he wants you to be a part of his plans. But the fact is that United are how can they buy players when they've not got a manager? The manager might not even need won't even need these players or want them.
I do think sacking Mickey Mellon for them. I think he's done all right at United.
He wasn't sacked. He left.
Oh, he left.
I thought he left, but I thought it was a mutual departure.
He went back. He's not back at Tranmere.
Oh, I don't know.
He wanted to leave to be closer to his family.
Well, he's back at Tranmere, I'm sure.
Aye, but some United fans weren't his biggest fan, but others said, "Oh yeah, it's a surprise move." But I thought he did all right. He got them to the semi-final. He put a late push in for top 6, but the main thing for them was to survive. And
yeah, there will just be Livingston next season for AstroTurf pitches.
Plastic pitch out.
Mm-hmm. Both Dundee clubs should be in the top league, says John.
Yep. Derbies are back, baby.
I just hope fans are allowed back next season because I would love to go to another Dundee derby.
Wouldn't we all?
England are drawing 0-0 at halftime with Austria. So are Germany and Denmark. France have won up against Wales after Benzema missed a penalty.
What? How is that not a free kick?
Following a Williams red card, and Mbappe scored.
Oh.
Of course he did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this referee. I've already said.
Oh, Rufig.
We traded the Lanarkshire Derby for the Dundee Derby. Yeah. I'd rather much see a Dundee Derby than a Lanarkshire Derby, unless it's Motherwell gets Hendry, which we've got this season anyway, in the Premier Sport Cup anyway.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
You're absolutely spot on, mate.
Come on. Oh, for Christ's sake. It's like 3 Dutchmen and 1 Scotland.
What minute are we all in?
56-36.
Right, you're a couple of seconds ahead of me, Ramage.
56-35 there. Yeah.
Patrick says, Wraith, I'm unsure, as looks like 3 of their players are going to kill it. Hopefully not Regan Hendry, because I'd happily take him on Motherwell.
Aye, what's his? Is it Daniel Armstrong?
Yeah.
Aye. The Armstrong boy, the boy at left back, McDonald as well.
He's a good player. I quite liked both of their base fullbacks. Tumulty as well.
Regan Tumulty, yeah. Who was he at before? I'm pretty sure.
Ross County.
Ross County. I knew he was at a Premiership club.
Ross County.
McDonald and Brad Spencer, says Patrick. Dundee United have had some great young players. Yeah, they have. They just can't keep a hold of any of them. It's a shame, even more so when they go to Celtic. I mean, it's not happened recently, has it?
No.
No.
He's just having a dig at what happened when they had Chifty, Armstrong, and the other lad, Mackay Stephen.
And then they never replaced them.
Which ultimately led to the relegation, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. I'll be honest, I haven't seen this boy that the number 25 for Holland before, Timber.
Sorry.
He's going down.
Oh, Jesus.
He is. Ramage, I really expect you to make a pop culture reference in this day and age.
No.
Damn.
Oh, Tierney's taking one to the face.
Run the post.
That's when you should have shouted Timber, Ramage.
To be honest, I did have that lined up since the game, since I first saw his name in the starting lineup.
Aye. Graham Caldwell, Goggsy, what's your thoughts on Charles Dunn? He's not started the game for about 15 months, so I'm not too disappointed in that. I'm going
2013 wants its reference back.
Mm-hmm. Maybe, Michael. Maybe there might be a face reveal of Steph Microfono.
Interesting. Everybody flooded past the night Twitter with the contract emoji and a question mark.
I mean, that free kick was pretty awful.
Go on.
Awful.
Corner. Oh no, is it a goal kick?
I think I'd start making some substitutes at this point.
Yeah, I would start making some changes just to get people's minutes in.
Nisbet and Gallagher coming on.
Who's this number 14, by the way, for them? It looks like he's 50 something. But that
Germany
hair.
have scored against Denmark.
Lyndon Dykes leaving the field of play.
Kevin Nisbet. This will be interesting. I hope he steps up because I do think
Big
I do think
Kev.
Nisbet will adapt quite well to Scotland.
And Ryan Fraser, there we go.
Yes.
Michael, you will hear probably next week with our Euros content plan.
Are you just doing Scotland matches, or are you doing like the full shebang when you can?
I don't know, mate. Are we? Are we? That is the question. We'll let you know once the time is right. Has anyone signed the dotted line for Pass the Mic season 2? We'll also let you know.
There's a very few of us that have got a contract extension trigger in our contract.
We had a squad of up to 40 people last season, so we're gonna sort of try and keep a tight-knit squad. So there's a lot more togetherness.
Come on. Oh, that's a great ball. Come on, get that wide again. Good.
Go on. Go play it.
Yes!
Play it. Have we scored?
Kevin Nisbet, come on!
Go on, Kev. Go on, Kev. Oh, some ball, by the way. Got in there, big Kev. Look at him. What a guy. What a guy.
What a guy. Kevin Nisbet.
If the Hibs Twitter page wants to claim credit for that one, fair enough. Yes, come on. What an assist by Andy Robertson.
That was a brilliant counter-attack as well.
We're gonna win the Euros.
That.
It's coming him. It's coming him.
That's a good ball by Robertson and a very tidy finish as well.
Oh, superb.
You just see Kevin Nisbet try to like judge like how fast he's to run with that defender. That was a very good ball into the box.
Yes.
In the far post, Stephen.
And the score is Scotland 2, the Netherlands 1.
Keep on.
Keep on. I can't believe we're winning. We need a Pass the Mic season 2 lineup announcement like the Scotland Euros team. So who's going to play as me, Ross, Fraz, and Stevie?
We're going Inception.
I know. That would be weird.
You can say if you leave your Twitter handle or private messages and a name, and you have to like create something like to say that whoever's coming, you're like Matt White HD, for example, like you're like Jamie Ravage.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Or you can get somebody like some of your pals in the pub and that. Stevie Wheels.
Oh, brilliant. What a guy. Nisbet's still got it, says K-Rob 1989.
Of course, that was fun. No, I'm glad that he's got a goal before the Euros. His confidence will be sky high now.
He'll be loving life.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just hope we can hold on for more than 6 minutes. Yes. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
First time for me to praise Kevin Nisbet. The Scotland team are capable of great things in the Euros, says John.
Oh, easy, Tiger.
Right. Right. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I would love to know what was for dinner in the Ramage and Quandro household tonight.
Do people just think that's my surname? Quandro? It's pretty cool if it is. I had some food with an assortment of food and a little bit of food on the side.
Yeah, I had scran.
Go scran!
Scran, yeah, just the Scottish term. Don't say food, you say scran.
Food. Dinner. Nah, that was a very good goal. Tidy.
Kicked the ball in the net.
Fraser Quandro, jeez, oh. Just making up fake names now. Fake identities, just in case I'm running for the law.
Ramage definitely looked like a mince and tatties dinner. I'll patriotic for tonight's friendly.
Fuck's sake. He actually got that spot on, to be honest. He did. He did. I'm surprised you mentioned that.
Wow.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Imagine that. All the things you could have for your team. Michael gets it spot on.
He did. He did. I'm no bullshitting.
Wow.
Michael's has been
Oh, boy, that was close.
Oh, chaboy. Mince and ties.
Go on.
Oh.
Woohoo! Turnbull. Oh.
Keep going, boys.
Yeah.
That wasn't it.
How disinterested does the Dutch team look at the moment?
Pretty.
It's coming home. 2-0 to France against Wales.
Wales. Oh, Scott McKenna's coming on. And as is Greg Taylor. It was at this moment that we knew we fucked up. Kieran Tierney's coming off and Andy Robertson.
Weakest position in the Scotland side. Oh, Christ, I don't know.
Right back.
Maybe
right back. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a weak position, but it's the position that we don't have a lot of like future thinking players. Is probably the goalkeeping position.
You're right. Most of the goalkeepers are probably in their 30s, I would imagine.
Mid-30s to late 30s, Absolutely.
Ewan Stars, yeah, that's my favourite Scotland goal as well. 1-0 to England against Austria.
Well, that'll be them winning it. Never mind us. They're winning it now.
Aye. Oh,
I definitely think the McFadden against France 100% has to be up there.
To be honest, like last year when John McGinn scored against Russia, the scenes at Hampden, well, that's probably my favourite goal I've celebrated Scotland scoring. Was McGinn's goal against Russia.
My favourite goal I've celebrated at Hampden seeing Scotland score was it was definitely Craig Beattie against Georgia.
Oof.
Oh, well done.
I was at that one.
It was just the absolute scenes when we scored in the 87th minute or something.
24th of March 2007.
It was indeed, mate.
Alex McLeasy's first game in charge.
And it was also my first ever Scotland game.
Oh, damn. I think one of my favourite goals that I've celebrated at Hampden was probably Lee Griffiths' first one, because the second one, like, I fell 5 throws in front. Bruised my thigh to fuck.
the amount of injuries you've picked up celebrating goals, you'd think you scored them yourself.
I mean, you've got to show some sort of emotion. That's probably what I'm going to do. Like, see, when we get back to the games, I'm never going to take games for granted ever again. I'm going to like celebrate everyone like I've never celebrated a goal before. You know, like even if it's junior football, or if I'm like, you know, if I'm walking through a park and like a 8-year-old scores, and like a 4-foot goalie, I'll like fall flat on my face like ah. That's what football is all about.
Aye, that's
raw emotion.
Declan Gallagher tackling Memphis Depay. Never thought I'd see that.
Memphis Depay. Liam Kelly, the next goalkeeper. It's maybe a possibility.
Maybe. If he actually gets first team football next season. I didn't even apply for a ticket at the fan zone. Didn't bother.
Right, they were sold out pretty quick.
Aye, they were sold out 40 minutes before they went on general sale.
Mad. That's a good one as well, Graham. Yeah, I do remember that one. I was fortunate enough to be at that one as well. Madness.
Unfortunately, I was too young because like my dad decided not to take me, or decided not to get Scotland tickets.
Atmosphere that day was absolutely mad. And they played at the end. They played Rockin' All Over the World, because I'm pretty sure that after full time after that game, we were sitting comfortably top of the group after 3 games.
That's really weird how you mentioned Rockin' All Over the World, because I've got this like CD of like Scotland songs, and Rockin' All Over the World is on it. And I'm like, why? Like, you know, it's a.
I've got the very CD. Loch Lomond, Scott.
Yeah.
We Had the Dream, Ali's Tartan Army, Rockin' All Over the World, Shanghai.
1974.
Yep, Caledonia.
Deacon Blue, Dignity.
Very good tune. Florida, Scotland the Brave.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've had a lot of good memories supporting Scotland, and I've had a lot of bad memories. I'm very much looking forward to this one coming. I'm not a tournament virgin like Gogsy and Ramage. I was 1.5 when we were in France. Bye. Just to see Scotland in the flesh at a major tournament, it's going to be class. We can get behind the boys.
Oh, aye. That should be a goal kick, surely.
I definitely do believe, though, that this national team, is very much on the up. I'm not just saying that because we have qualified for a major tournament.
I definitely think so. I mean, I think we've got more than enough quality in our team. Because how many players have we got playing in the Premier League at the moment?
Oh, sure, boy. Just bounced off the defender there.
I don't know, there must be a fair few,
because when you talk about the great team that nearly made the Euro 2008, we have great memories with that team, but most of it was Scotland based, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think at the start of the campaign, only 2 players that I can really think off the top of my head were playing in England, and that was obviously Dan Fletcher at Man United and Faddy at Everton. Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, Craig Gordon's performances in that campaign got him his transfer move to Sunderland.
Mm-hmm. Was that not for £8 million?
Was it the most expensive goalie in Europe or something like that?
Mad. All right, Mark, how's it going, mate?
Wipe those tears away from your face. Come talk to the boys.
Oh, dearie me. Yeah, I agree for us. We look a lot better, and now a lot of experience from the Premier League players, etc., says Edward McLean.
I mean, that just shows how, how far, the national team is developing, Got players that, like Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Billy Gilmore, Man United, Aston Villa even.
Hey.
Yes, I mentioned Aston Villa.
Newcastle. Oh, no, let's not go there.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
No, let's not.
The thing is, we're without some of our better players as well tonight because of COVID. If John McGinn was playing, you'd wonder what would be happening in this game.
John McGinn's a baller. No two ways about it.
David Marshall or Craig Gordon, who starts for you lads? For me, it's Marshall.
Yeah, Marshall as well for me. I think Craig Gordon's passed it a wee bit, but yeah, I would go for Marshall.
Mm-hmm. John says, are we talking about goals in a lifetime? Richard Goff header against Greece, I think.
I don't particularly remember that one. Wasn't here to see it.
I don't think I was there to see Scotland ever play Greece. When was the last time we played Greece?
God knows.
Probably maybe 2002 or something.
We bet used to organise friendlies like it was gone out of fashion.
Aye. Anybody else gutted that this isn't our first game at the Euros tonight? No, I'm glad because we're nowhere near organised yet for the content side of things. And I need another week to be prepared for the Euros. Graham Caldwell says, I had a quick scan and it's 10 English Premier League players in the squad overall. Would have been 11, but Fleck is now an English Championship player. Fleck shouldn't have been in the squad in the first place.
Still quite impressive, 10 out of 26, 16 or I presume 6. Well, Jack Hendry's playing in the Belgian league. Which I think's helped him massively.
Definitely has.
Getting regular game time.
I mean, I was surprised that Jack Hendry was even in the squads come March.
But he's been playing excellent, so yeah, he deserves a chance to re-find that national form. Because I remember the first time that he got called up to the national team, and quite frankly, he didn't deserve it at all.
No, it was just because he got moved to Celtic, wasn't it?
Pretty much. That was the games against Mexico and Peru.
Aye, but pretty much the whole of the Scottish Premiership got a call up to the scope. Chris Cadden got 2 caps for that.
Watch this, by the way.
Oh my God, Craig Gordon.
That's what Craig Gordon's good at, is shot stopping. But when it comes to balls in the air, awful. Awful.
He shits himself out, crosses into the box.
Yes, he does. Who's in Holland's group?
Austria.
Let me just check.
Do we know?
Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, Austria's in the group.
Austria, North Macedonia, and Ukraine.
North.
That could be a really interesting group.
North Macedonia, of course, the debutants, but Ukraine are looking like a really good national team these days. I mean, Andriy Shevchenko's now their head coach. Of course, Austria we know very well. And the Netherlands. Oh, here we go.
Billy Gilmore.
Billy. Very impressive debut that for David Turnbull. That.
David Turnbull, like, he didn't put a foot wrong at all.
Can be very happy with that. Billy Gilmore getting the last 10 minutes.
Good to see that.
Luxembourg guy is the next game. The next clash. Which will probably get beaten.
Oh, yeah. we beat Holland and then we lose to Luxembourg. That makes sense.
Such a typical Scottish thing to do.
Why is Scott McKenna... Memphis Depay just making a big deal out of things again?
You think that Scott McKenna had removed the ear?
Might as well have, mate. They got the same punishment.
Let's go.
Free kick. That's good.
8 minutes to go. Scotland still leads in the Algarve.
The Algarve.
Armstrong clear it. Even better, he's got a free kick.
The Algarve.
Yeah.
Not the Algarve. Algarve.
Algarve.
Where we played Gibraltar a few years ago.
Beat him 6-0.
Stephen Fletcher got his hat-trick. He'd have probably been one that I'd have maybe, considered for the March friendlies, have another relook at him. But I'm very happy with the striking options that we've got.
Oh, I'm delighted, mate. Steve Clarke apparently is going to agree a new contract with Scotland. I saw that yesterday and today.
Armstrong, yeah.
Well, I think he's the man for the job anyway.
That's the thing about Steve Clarke. You usually manage the national team at your the highest point in your career, but I still think that Steve Clarke has got years left. And
aye, I'll just give him a 10-year deal now.
So give it a 10-year deal.
Denmark have just equalised against Germany.
Oof. What's going on now?
I don't know where the street art is, Daniel, so sorry, mate. That's the Dutch boys getting annoyed. One more Champions League winner in the squad with Billy Gilmore. True that.
True, yeah.
We have got 2 Champions League winners in our national team.
Some boys. Could have had a Europa League winner, but Man United shout.
They subbed Scott McTominay.
That was a downfall.
It was. He was one of the best players in the park.
Generally is, to be fair.
Yeah.
He just strolls games.
And he's not even
Was
played.
McTominay not with Man United when they won the Europa League in 2017? Or
He probably was, but he probably didn't make enough games to get a medal.
Because no one's really mentioned that, have they? Because I think that might have just been before he broke into.
where was he at before? Was it Sheffield United?
No, he's always been at Man United.
Is it? I thought he played.
There's a reason why he's been likened to Darren Fletcher, and I think it's just because of the fact he's forever been at Man United.
I think it's just the fact that I mentioned before, he just always every time he plays for the national team, he always plays with his skin. He's not always the best player, ratings wise, but he always gives it 110%.
Edward McLean says England will play 5 at the back with their 4 right backs just to match Scotland. That was great play by Greg Taylor, by the way. He was unfortunate there not to have got a better end product on the cross. Tell you what, though, we have played really well tonight.
Super duper.
For a friendly, I'm really happy with this. I'm not happy with that, though.
Definitely a lot of positives to take.
There's another ball into the box that Craig Gordon didn't come for.
There's a picture of Jesse Lingard getting a hug off of Gareth Southgate as he comes off, and the caption is, "Thanks for that, Jesse. Enjoy the summer, pal." That's just an insult. Imagine not being in your in the Euro squad, but the manager says, "I want you to start in the friendly."
I'll tell him to bugger off, mate.
Good day.
Georgia are beating Romania.
Georgia.
I always think Romania's so much better than they are because of the likes of the type of players they've had before, like Adrian Mutu, Georgie Hadji,
Shivu.
Christian Shivu, yeah, Dan Petrescu, and I mean they're so low down in the rankings.
What are they now?
I don't know, but Romania have they got beat by Armenia in qualification.
Both teams have red cards as well.
Aye.
Free kick to Holland, edge of the back. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That'll be 2 each then. Thanks, Ramage.
He's very good at it.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, that's a great goal. That is a great goal.
No stopping.
Craig Gordon just looks like he's missed a bus. He's hardly moved for either of the goals he's conceded as well.
See
if Craig Gordon at least tries to dive for that, we've got a semi-chance of actually
keeping it out.
Who does this to an empty stadium?
Fucking
Absolutely.
wanker, man. I need bother. You've just got a potential move to Barcelona, but there's no need to be doing that in an empty ground. It's a training game.
Come on, Scotland, didn't fuck this up.
Oh, it would be so Scotland if we did. Daniel MC says Depay is worse than Neymar, proper walloper.
Not wrong. 26 minutes. It's an improvement. Indeed.
3 minutes added on.
That's disappointing. Feel sorry for the boys because we've deserved to hold on to a win.
You know, well done. Oh, who's that to? Come on.
Oh my days.
Oh my goodness.
Take your time.
Here we. This referee's been absolute woeful.
JC Movies says I was about to break my phone.
So he's got to break JC Movies.
Graham Caldwell says the future looks very bright in the midfield area. Gilmore, Turnbull, Gold, McTominay, Campbell, Ferguson, and McCrory, to name a few.
A few of them have not even been capped for the national team, which I think's probably going to happen sometime soon.
Come on, Nisbet, keep hold of it.
Oh, go on.
To be fair, draw's not a bad result.
Not much you can do with that, but still very typical Scotland, of course, it is. But still, no matter what, we have done well tonight. I think
We have.
I mean, if you'd offered me a draw and hopefully a win on Sunday, in the sort of pre-tournament friendlies, I'd happily have taken it.
Definitely a lot of positives to take against a good Netherlands side.
Against an outfit that's probably going to be looking to be quarter-finalists at least.
That's a phrase that I've never understood. Why do you call a football team or a national team an outfit? Like, I've never understood that.
I have no idea, mate.
Like, oh, they're an impressive outfit. Like, just what?
As in, like, a good-looking suit and tie or something like that. I don't know, but I just thought I'd use it so it's a bit of a different phrase to what I've said before on the stream.
That'll do.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
That'll be full time. Yeah. You know, a draw's a good result, I'd say.
Ooh.
It's a shame not to be holding on completely, but just back, lads. Richard Goff, 1989 World Cup qualifier against Cyprus, 3-2 to Scotland, and Goff scoring 2 that day, and his second was a header. I was talking about. Check it out on YouTube. Cheers. Good show, trips. Thank you, Daniel MC. Robbed of a win. Aye, we were, but oh well. I mean, had we been offered a draw before the game, I think we'd all have taken it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good result.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we played well. 2 really good goals as well.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, there was no stopping Depay's free kick. But
Or his left foot volley, to be fair. Because there's always an onus on the goalkeeper. People looking, could the goalkeeper have done better there? But
he could have had a free kick because, as you say, it would have given us a bit of a chance to keep it out. But again, he hit it with so much force.
Mm-hmm. Of course. And good result, and see you on Sunday, says Johnny M. I will be back on Sunday for Luxembourg versus Scotland. Frasquandro, do you have any final words on the match tonight?
No, just there's a lot of positives to take. I'm sure that the manager will be quite pleased with that. And he'll probably look to rotate the team that started tonight, just so he has that 11 for the game against the Czech Republic nailed down.
Yeah, of course. Ramage, what have you got to say about tonight's match?
Yeah, it was a very strong performance. Yeah, we avoided defeat. That's the main thing. We went. We stood up to a really good Dutch team with world-class players. So normally we would just totally crumble, but actually we've stood up to the task and we've done all right. Bit unfortunate at the goals, to be fair.
Of course. It shows improvement when a draw gets hauled as a disappointment, says Graham Calder. That's a very good point as well. But yeah, on that happy note, thank you very much, everyone who was watching at home, and hopefully you have a very good Wednesday evening. We're out for now, but we'll be back on Sunday for Luxembourg versus Scotland. But until then, take care. Drive safe.
Drive safe.